Good morning, viewer. Welcome to our first activity. Here's the breaking news. Yes, the 2023 edition of the Standard Map of China released on 28 August 2023 illegally shows Arunachal Pradesh and Aksai Chin, which is integral part of India in Chinese territory. Besides showing South China Sea and Taiwan too as Chinese territory, India has already launched diplomatic protest, and it's fair to assume that such act must have caused discomfort amongst other claimants of South China Sea, Taiwan and other users of South China Sea too. The other part of this cartographic aggregation is giving Chinese names to places in other countries where it extends its legal claims, although it is quite certain that such an act in isolation does not change anything on ground, but the intention, timing and strategy behind such repeated acts is worth an analysis. Why new map now? The map has been released 10 days prior to G20 summit. China anticipates that the intention of many countries in G20 is to criticize aggression and encroachments by large countries, be it Russian kinetic operation in Ukraine or China's incremental encroachment in South China Sea, East China Sea or Taiwanese air and maritime space. The legal and illegal maps released by China so far, including the current one, from the basis to build the background for legal war to claim that all its activities are purely defensive to protect its own sovereign territory. That would be China's stance in G20 or any possible bilateral between China and India if it happens. It is also an attempt to put two opposite sides on defensive on negotiation table by adopting a maximal position in the beginning. The conversation between President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Modi during BRICS Summit 2023 reported by Chinese media stated agreed to maintain the momentum of dialogue and negotiations through military and diplomatic channels, indicating no commitment of disengagement. The map release, therefore, is a smart move to score a point to derail negotiations or disengagement. Yeah, a subtle attempt to divert attention of Chinese people from economic downslide by such gimmicks cannot be ruled out. The above example of legal warfare is part of Chinese strategy of three warfare. China introduced this strategy comprising of the concept of public opinions warfare, psychological warfare and legal warfare when it revised the political work guidelines of the People's Liberation Army in 2003. The three warfare strategy objective is to win by suppressing the enemy's desire to fight, or in San Tiju's words, winning without fighting through deceit, diplomatic pressure, information operations involving rumors, false narratives and harassment. It is intended to influence the decision making of the advisory. Illegal maps like the ones shown above give reality to psychological warfare and propaganda, which are frequently employed to weaken the resolve of the enemy and secure the support of the home population to wage a protracted war. Notwithstanding the optics of Modi Xi Jinping conversations in BRICS Summit 2023, this illegal map further increases the trust deficit between these two countries, and no change in ground position is anticipated. The political intentions of China is to continue the standoff, put in packet of talking with no results, hoping that the existing positions become new normal with passage of time, even if India continues to say India-China relations cannot be normal unless broader situation is. India, on the other hand, has learned not to believe China and will continue to firmly defend its position on borders and its territorial integrity. Both sides will have to bear the burden of additional deployment until India can generate some more leverages in multi-dimensional power play along with other strategic partners. Unless the political cost of not resolving border tensions becomes more than resolving it, for China, the possibility of normal relations is removed. Behind the report, Fosak TV.